All right, so buckle up, because today we're diving headfirst into the deep end.
Yeah.
We're talking hypno vibes.
Hypno vibes.
Yeah, this YouTube channel that's all about hypno channeling. It's
Okay.
you know, where somebody gets hypnotized
Mhm.
and then they become this like conduit for
Yeah.
universal knowledge.
Right.
It's
Yeah.
wild stuff.
Yeah.
So we're going to be focusing on one of their videos
Okay.
where Naomi, she's the hypnotist, she puts Chris into a trance. And Chris becomes like a channel for an energy that's associated with the sky.
Okay.
And this energy starts talking about a plane crash, a really tragic one. Like, it gets intense.
Oh, wow. So we're jumping right into some serious stuff. Like,
Yeah.
a plane crash is obviously a huge tragedy.
Yeah.
And to think that if we're entertaining this idea of, like, channeled energy, that it would be drawn to something like that is...
It's eerie.
Yeah.
Like, this energy, it says it was drawn to the crash site
Okay.
by the fear from the passengers.
Yeah.
It actually says it was like chanskell watching, like some kind of, I don't know, a cosmic bystander just
Wow.
pulled to the scene. It's really creepy.
What do you... I mean, it's fascinating. If we really sort of think about the possibility that there is some kind of energy, right, and it's real,
Right.
and it's being channeled,
Mm-hmm.
like, that suggests that we're all connected in a way that we don't typically think about, right?
Absolutely.
Like, do our emotions, and especially, you know, in moments of extreme crisis like that,
Right.
do they have some kind of ripple effect on a larger scale that we're just not aware of? It really makes you think about, like,
It does.
what is consciousness, you know?
It does. And it gets,
yeah.
I mean, it gets even weirder because then the energy says
Oh, okay.
that the crash wasn't an accident.
Oh, okay.
And it starts talking about how there was negligence.
Mm-hmm.
Like there was a failure to follow procedures. And it even mentions a company
Okay.
putting profits over people's lives.
Yeah.
And it's like,
Yeah. That's something,
Yeah.
sadly, we've seen play out in the real world.
right.
A lot, right? Like, we've
Yeah.
seen this idea of corporate greed. And, you know, sometimes that actually does lead to tragic outcomes.
Mhm.
So it makes you wonder if this energy, whatever it is sort of like tapping into those like uncomfortable truths about our world.
It's creepy, and then it gets really intense because it says that the crash was not by accident.
Mm.
Like specifically that some of the people involved
Oh.
actually agreed to it, but not consciously.
What?
I know, right? How do
Yeah.
we even wrap our heads around that?
That's a lot to process, right?
Yeah.
Because that forces us to think about some really deep questions about free will,
Oh, yeah.
destiny. Like, is it possible that these things are preordained?
Yeah.
Or maybe our subconscious desires are influencing things in ways that we don't even understand. It's really
Right.
mind-blowing.
And it doesn't stop there.
Okay.
The energy has this message. It says humanity needs to take a stand
Okay.
against cover-ups
Mm-hmm.
and that we have to demand transparency from corporations. It's a big call to action, you know, but what does that even...
Yeah, how do we actually do that?
I know.
I mean, it's easy to get overwhelmed by these massive issues.
Yeah.
But I think maybe taking a stand starts with just being aware, right?
Mm.
Asking questions, holding people accountable, and supporting organizations that are trying to promote these ethical practices.
Yeah, so you're saying like even small actions can kind of create a ripple.
Exactly. Maybe that's part of the message here.
Okay.
The energy also says that these kinds of tragedies are like wake-up calls,
Right.
you know, for all of us,
Yeah.
to kind of shake us out of complacency and make us rethink our priorities.
It really makes you think.
It does.
I mean, is that what it takes? Do we need these huge tragic events
Mm.
to actually change?
That's a really profound question. And maybe, even if we approach all of this with a little bit of skepticism, maybe that's the whole point of exploring hypnochanneling. It pushes us to consider different perspectives on life, death,
Yeah.
universe.
And speaking of exploring further, if you're interested in this,
Yeah.
and Naomi, the hypnotist, she actually has a book.
Oh, cool.
It's called The Next Level.
Okay.
And it's all about raising our consciousness, reaching our full potential.
It seems very fitting given our conversation.
Yeah.
It's like maybe this whole deep dive was a wake-up call to consider our own next level.
Totally. So to everyone listening, what would it take for you to really look at your life
Yeah.
and make a change? Do you need some massive event, or can we choose to evolve
Right.
without needing, you know, a cosmic wake-up call? Think about that
Yeah, good
as
question.
you continue on your journey.
Thanks for listening, everyone.
See ya.
Hello?
Yes. Thank you for being here. Who I'm speaking with.
Associated with what happened?
Can you say a little bit louder?
Associated with what happened.
So you're just the energy. One of many.
That's right.
You are, let's say, a soul Or just energy?
Someone that witnessed it.
Someone what?
Witnessed.
Where are you now?
Hovering above.
So can you tell us what happened? Why happened this way?
There's going to be a lot of things that happen that show humans the change that's coming. This is one of them.
What change is this? Has things to do with the flights?
Right.
Tell us more. Was properly?
Something was not properly done.
What was that?
You can say it's negligence, or you can say it was on purpose.
So tell us more.
So it was the pilot that didn't?
No.
Mechanical issues?
When something like this happens, there's procedures in place not to allow this to happen. Or something that's missing.
Has something to do with this company, Boeing?
There's people in there that are not out for people's best interest.
So are you one of the passengers?
No.
So who are you?
I've been watching.
What kind of energy are you?
I'm associated with the sky.
So you're always watching?
Portion.
So tell us other reasons.
When there's a lot of energy from humans, that's when I get called. I can see, I can feel them. There's a lot of fear that attracts me.
Attracted you?
To that location.
What is the other cause of this accident?
Negligence, and it was not by accident. There were also people that didn't.
To demonstrate this?
Not consciously.
I see. Anything else?
There's more that has to be done by humans to not allow this to happen.
I think
without us interfering, you can take a stand.
What?
An example is taking a stand. There's also covering up that occurs that makes it hard for the mass to see what really happens.
Corporations do that?
All the time. But it's changing. It's going to take some time.
How people can know the truth besides this way?
Unfortunately, this is the fastest way they can know. Anything else, humans are too involved in their lives to even give a damn about. But when something tragic like this happens, it helps wake them up. The beautiful sky when it went down.
And so let's say the 179 souls, can you see them? Or when that happened?
I can sense them.
So this is also part of their plan?
Yes.
They agree to it?
Yes.
Without knowing it?
Not consciously.
So what they are showing to others?
Do something different. Don't allow this to happen.
Very good. And we really appreciate this information. And hopefully this can be spread out more. And some people will understand this. Maybe not many, but some. Thank you again.